Hi, this is Kylie again with video number 4 in the 5-part video tutorials on getting started on WDC. And this tutorial is on communication. There are a lot of ways to talk to other people on writing.com, and I'm going to go through a few of the ways to do that. So we're going to find people's email addresses, use instant messenger, locate and post in one of the key forums on the site, locate contests and activities. That's kind of one of the more fun things to do on the site. And use the fan and favorites bookmarking system, which is a really convenient way to keep track of people whose work you like, people who you enjoy talking to, and any contests and activities that you think are fun. So, let's get started with email. So, the email on writing.com is much like email anywhere else. I don't think anybody will have any trouble with it. But I wanted to put it in the tutorial video mostly for one reason, and that is the relationship between people's usernames and email addresses. So again, we get back to that handle versus username. My handle is WDC space tutorial. My username is WDC tutorial. And so my email address on writing.com is this. WDCtutorial@writing.com. That is the structure for the email addresses for any user on the site. You just take their username at writing.com, and that is all. And if you are in somebody's portfolio, there's an email icon that if you click it, it will take you to compose email with that box filled in. It's also available through user links in the news feed and so forth. So that is one way to communicate privately with another user on the site. Now we'll go to Instant Messenger, which I brought up in the video number 1, but we're going to use it this time. If my internet connection will go fast enough to load it. I swear, my Wi-Fi is not great here. Okay, so these are users that are online right now. The ones that say not available don't have their IM available to everyone. But most of the people you'll see have this IM next to their names. So you click on IM, and you get a little box that you can type in. And so this is also how you do emoticons on writing.com. They look kind of like the item link that we made in the last video. And yeah, if you type the bracket E colon and then start typing, it'll kind of fill it in for you, which is nice. And actually, it does the same thing if you start typing item colon. It'll come up with your items to choose from, and it'll just make the link for you, which is kind of nice. So again, this is me, so I'm just going to go ahead and send this. And again, you'll get a confirmation message that it has been sent. Message was sent to me. And so this is just kind of a convenient way to talk to people that you know, to send them a quick message. I know that some people, if they're on mobile devices, sometimes they don't like to use IM. but for the most part, I think people tend to be all right with that. For scroll, this is for upgraded members and higher only, and this is kind of like a little live chat where you can talk to people. You can also play little games in scroll, and they give you gift points. But again, if you have a basic membership or higher, it's just a little perk. And so yeah, this is instant messenger, and this part right here is scroll. You'll hear people mention that once in a while. So now we're going to go to a forum, and there are a few, I would call them key, like important forums on the site, and those are general discussion and noticing newbies. And so I would recommend going to noticing newbies and posting your first forum message in there. Introduce yourself. So this is the forum. This is what forums on writing.com look like. They have the whole body of the item here, and then they have messages. And so you can respond to any of these messages just by clicking on it and, well, if it's going to load, and hitting reply or scrolling to the bottom and typing. This way, it will respond to whichever message has the star next to it. And so keep that in mind too. So that if you click on this message and read it and go into this box from there, it will be a response to this message, and will be listed under here. So keep that in mind if you're having a conversation with somebody so that they get the message that you're sending them. But I will return to the message list real quick. So when you come to the forum, all you need to do to create a new post is click Post New Message. There's also the threaded and unthreaded view. Most forums have that. That's convenient. It depends on what you're trying to do with it. So you just say, hi, I'm new. My name is whatever. This is what I want to do on WDC, whatever it is. And I'm not actually going to submit this, but I will preview it. To submit it, you hit submit. To preview the post, you just click preview. And it will show you what it looks like. I tend to do that a lot just to make sure that that all of my links and things like that worked. But again, here's our signature that we made in the last video. And here would be your message. And from here, you can edit the post or you can just submit the post. And again, I'm not going to submit it because I'm not actually new. Community. Another one is the general discussion, which is a nice place to talk to people about any type of writing topic that they want. And so I recommend posting in here if you just want to start a general discussion about anything writing related. You're welcome to post in here. And it's exactly the same. Post a new message, or you can reply to any of the messages already in the forum. Now, let's see. Locate contests and activities. There are a few ways to do this. One is to browse by type, I think. Sort of, in a way. Most are run in forums. But anyway, so we're going to go to community, the community tab. And if you look up here, activities and contests have their own links. again, under this community tab. So click activities, and we'll take a look at some of these first. A lot of these tend to be raffles and fundraisers. That happens a lot. Yeah, I see auctions and things like that. But there are some other things in here. Newbies plus poetry group, things, you know. So you can look through and click on anything that looks interesting to you in there. Personally, I spend a lot more time in the contests page. This is where people can post their new contests that they've created. And so I recommend pausing the video and taking a look and trying to find a poem that you might enjoy taking part in. There are a lot of different types of contests on writing.com. And so let's see if I find one. I recommend the Newbies Only short story and poem contest. I was judged for that for a long time, and it's a good one to start with. So I'll go ahead and choose this one for now. And so every contest has its own rules that they write for the contest that says exactly what they want. All entries are to be submitted by people just like you, new people, you know. They usually say what ratings are allowed. Again, there's that big item format that everybody wants you to link in for contests. All of the restrictions, 40 lines or less for poetry, 2,000 words or less for short stories. So just read through the rules and make sure that you follow all of them. And then when you want to enter, you just enter in the forum below. Because contests are usually, not always, but usually forums. And so you just post an entry just like this. And see, all it says is link to the item. And presumably the item follows all of the rules. So it's that simple. Now, they also have their own prizes. Usually they all list the prizes specific for that contest. Sometimes it's gift points. Sometimes it's awarticons and merit badges and things like that. So, say I want to enter this contest, but not right now. You can keep track of it in your favorites. This is your favorites, and I don't have anything in there right now. So if you click this plus sign once, it's added to your favorites. And so let's refresh the page here. And now it'll be listed in my favorites. Newbies Only short story contest. And they're listed by most recently modified or most recently active. So if you have a whole bunch of them and this one isn't on here anymore, you can just go to your favorites by clicking on favorites. And you can see all of the people and all of the items that you've added to your favorites list. In this case, writing.com support. I recommend always having that one in your favorites because they make a lot of news announcements and have a lot of fun little activities and things that you can do that show up in your newsfeed. And here's the poetry contest. And so let's go back to Cinnamon Fringe here. And I know that I pointed out the fan list before, but our fan list is empty. So this is what a fan list looks like if it actually has fans in it. So these are all the people who have added me to their fan list. And these are all the people and items that I've added to my fan list. And so there are all the people. And if you scroll down to the bottom, sorry, it's long. Here are all of the contests. See, I have this in my favorites as well. in my fan list as well. And so the way to add something to your fan list instead of your favorites is this. You click this once to add me to favorites, and then you click it again and you get this megaphone, and that means that you are a fan. And then it will appear in our fan list. So we'll go and make sure that that's where it is. Not that there is much doubt. But this is just a really easy way to keep track of people and items that you're interested in. It is worth noting that you can add anything to your favorites and you can add any person to your favorites, and they do not get a notification. You only get a notification if you are added to somebody's fan list. In other words, if you click that plus icon twice. So that's it. I recommend that you look through the contests and activities until you find a few different things that you're interested in. Anytime you find an author that you enjoy their writing or are interested in following them in your news feed, go ahead and click that plus icon. You can do the same thing right from here. This adds the person to your favorites list, and you can click on the contest and add the contest to your favorites list from there. So that is the end of the communication tutorial. We have one more to go, and that is on the review system. So I will see you there.